In today's video, I'm going to talk about jump rope sizing and how to optimize it based on your height, experience level, preference, and jump rope style. My name's Keon and I'm the founder of Dope Ropes. So I'm going to demonstrate something with a rope that is far too long. Firstly, using this one, as you can see, if I put 1 foot over it, it comes up almost to my shoulder. So you might receive the rope like this, but you need to adjust it. We just make them long enough for like every type of user to use, so make sure you adjust it and do not use it as it comes because it's unlikely to be the best length for you. Now if you leave it at this length, I'll show you what happens. I'm doing jump rope for 5 years and I can barely do it with this. It's a lot of effort to swing the rope around. My arms can't stay close. I'm struggling with timing. I'm just struggling all over the place. It's just not a good experience. I demonstrated how an overly long rope is not good. It's going to be very difficult for you to progress, to learn anything, even to do basic jump rope. So if you are a beginner and have no point of reference, then I would suggest starting somewhere around your height plus 2.5 to 3 foot, around that area. So if I step over the rope with 1 foot, it's going to come up to maybe around your lower chest, so around here. So this is only a starting point. So the idea is you should progress to as short a rope as possible, in my opinion, because it allows for greater efficiency, will develop better form, and just be a smoother experience. But if you're getting started, your form isn't going to be there yet, so you might want a little bit of room to work with, which is why I suggest starting there first and then progressing. So if I jump with this, automatically I can do it now. No issues, do some skills, you know, and it works fine. Whereas the longer rope, you can see I couldn't do anything. So now we're going to look at a rope that's slightly shorter than this. It's maybe a couple inches shorter, comes up to just around my waistline, just above the belly button. So around here. So the first rope was a good length, but I still felt it was a bit long. I felt like I had a lot of excess above my head and below. And I felt like maybe my arms were widening a bit to compensate for that length. So if you're feeling that, you should shorten further to something like this. Just gonna feel a bit more smooth, a bit more efficient, less excess rope. If you feel like you can, definitely shorten. And as you get to more intermediate level, I'd probably have your rope around there. That's gonna be probably your height plus around 2 foot in terms of the length in between the rope. So finally, I'm going to show you a more advanced rope, one that's a lot shorter. So this one, for example, which I'm currently using, comes up to my lower abdomen, just below my belly button. This length of rope is going to be much more efficient, much less room for error, and it will allow me to add a lot more speed as there's much less excess rope above and below me, as you can see here. So in conclusion, the main thing you want to do is avoid using a rope that is far too long. As we showed you before, it's going to be really difficult to jump rope. Your arms are going to widen to compensate for that length. If you are a beginner with no reference point, then start somewhere around your height plus 3 feet, as we mentioned before. But every effort should be made to shorten your rope over time. The shorter the rope you use, the better your form will be, as your hands will have to be close to the hips in order to use that jump rope. That will allow you to add speed and develop better form and develop better executional skills. Crucially, it's important to understand that jump rope length is not just about height, but it's also about your jump rope style, your experience level, and ultimately your own preference. So it is really important to experiment with what works for you. I hope you found this useful. As always, drop me a message if you have any questions. I'll be releasing a lot more jump rope basic videos in the coming weeks.